This is a message from your guides reading for a human angel. So I have 3 crystals here to begin this reading. Okay, I have a guide coming up. So I have purple fluorite here, I have malachite, and then I have obsidian. And all 3 of these actually have to do with psychic protection. Purple fluorite also specifically has to do with your guides are talking about actually clearing your psychic centers as well, and that this also has to do with that. But this also just has to do with your psychic abilities in general. But they're coming in specifically with clearing. And that's also something that the obsidian really has to do with. But it also has to do with keeping potential energies away from you, deflecting energies that are coming towards you that are negative. And this one is also specifically for grounding, psychic defense, grounding, again, deflecting negative energies, and also making you more grounded so that you just don't feel as many of those energies, don't pick up on them as much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and surround this in some energy very quickly. Okay, so your crown chakra is feeling a little bit too open. Not a lot, but it does feel a little bit too open. And there's also a lot of energies contained within the solar plexus. But there's there's this uh, there's this energy like trauma, like a traumatic energy. I think I've picked up on this with you before, um, from some other readings, if I remember right. This just feels like past. It feels like childhood. It feels like something with your parents. Um, and I'm feeling my left shoulder, so I would say that this would especially have to do with the mother, or a female person, a female energy. So it feels like there's a lot of trauma, even grief. It feels like some of this feels like it goes back to a past life, though, not only this lifetime. Um, and I think actually, yeah, there's some lifetimes that there's a lifetime that your guides are reminding me of. There was one where you were like a psychic person, and people were treating you in a very bad way, and then you actually mentioned that you had someone else who had come through with a similar type of lifetime where they thought that you were insane. Um, so there are some energies coming up about that still, and it feels like you're still clearing those. The other thing that is coming through, and this came through right away, is that, um, and this also even has a bit to do with the crown chakra openness, but your throat chakra just is spinning like crazy. Um, and this is a really, really creative center. It has to do with your willpower. It has to do with your will to create. And one thing that your guides are really saying is that um, it's like you manifest things that are in your head, in a sense. It's like you're able to do it more easily than most people, than a lot of other people. Um, and your guides are actually saying than regular people. Okay, so the reason that they're saying it in that way is because they're denoting that this is some actual type of metaphysical gift. Like there's a metaphysical reason that you're able to do that. And this actually has to do with just manifesting thought forms, okay? If you're dwelling on something, if you're thinking about things, you can even more easily create a thought form and give it more energy, more power to sustain itself in a very easy way. So this can be a negative thing or a positive thing. There can definitely be an upside to that if you are, let's say you're sick, okay, and you are dwelling on your healing and you're thinking about your healing, okay, you're going to easily manifest thought forms that actually add to that energy and actually help you create that, help you manifest that. But what you're experiencing right now has been a lot of, part of it actually goes back to, again, this lifetime where it was like you were insane. People thought you were insane. Um, and so there's kind of almost this disconnect from reality in a sense that these thought forms would want to present, where they make you feel uncomfortable with your own gifts. Um, and then there's this feeling like you're able to devalue them, or they're not as worthy, so you're not as able to freely step into them as much as you would be without all of these thought forms. But a lot of this just actually has to do with, okay, your openness, where you're too open and you need to close off more. That's one thing. But then the other thing is actually just that you have this metaphysical gift, that you very easily tap into, where you can produce a lot of energy. And so you need to start really focusing on channeling that in a positive way. Um, you can focus on really clearing yourself and healing yourself of these traumatic energies actually with that same gift. If that's what you're dwelling on, then that's the thing that you're going to create. You can also, I get a feeling of you can also call on your guides, and there are definitely some angelic energies around you. You can call on these types of guides, to help to add to that energy of what you are attempting to clear. It just feels like the more energy, the better. And it feels like you easily gravitate to those energies. It also feels like energies are very easily able to influence you. So again, that can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. It depends on what you're opening up to. But right now you're opening up to a lot of thought forms that you've manifested on your own. And you've manifested these out of your own abilities. But the thing is, what your guides are actually saying is it's actually out of your own abilities to clear yourself. So in other words, the reason that you came into this lifetime, with this gift, like really enhanced, where you can so easily manifest thought forms and manifest, um, these energies. And for some reason, there's a feeling of group energies. And again, there's a feeling of like your guides and calling on your guides and almost having this like group energy that can really clear things. Um, and it feels like some of your guides are actually gifted in this area as well, where they can easily manifest thought forms, they can easily manifest clearings, they can easily remove these energies that you have attempted to clear from yourself. And that's actually what you're trying to do. And this is on a subconscious level, so you may not really realize it consciously, but you're really trying to clear out these, it's like these massive amounts of energy, some of it being from this lifetime, from your childhood especially, and um, then others being from past lifetimes. Even teenage years in this lifetime, it feels like as well. But adolescence, really definitely stands out, with it being from your childhood and then also coming from past lives. And there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy to clear. And it feels like you actually came in with this gift so that you are able to clear it. And that is really what this ability is for. This ability, um, where right now it's almost like you're using it in this confusing way, and these thought forms just end up um, kind of doing whatever they want. Okay, so they're kind of overriding your gift right now because you don't understand really that you have it. So you don't understand how to channel it in a proper way. If you understood how to channel it in a proper way, it would be much easier, it would be much less confusing, and you would start really healing yourself and implementing that, and letting these toxic energies go, versus actually being sent more by these things that you are creating. So I'm sure that your guides will get more into this in some of your next readings. But for now, thank you very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. And I truly hope that it benefits you. As always, thank you very much. Namaste.